Hello! Hi my friends! This is Maria from Maria's Garden. I made a video yesterday about desert roses, okay, about how to plant your mature desert roses. Well, I'm talking about like maybe 1 year and up, but I never explained to you how to plant the babies, the little tiny babies, little tiny babies. I never tell you how. Well, guess what? I'm gonna tell you right now. I never explained to you that. Remember that? And nobody asked me. Why you guys are not questioning me? Question me about this. Anyway, how to plant your seedlings. This is considered seedling. This is under a year old. Me, personal, any plant under a year old is still a baby. Okay? When still a baby, and this is a baby. Look at the roots, how healthy they are. Beautiful root system, very beautiful root system. Anyway, so how you plant this? First of all of remember, desert roses like small pots. This plant, I take it out this pot, but I'm gonna repair it. All I have to do is clean the pot with dish soap and water, scrub it like you scrubbing dishes, and it's ready to go. You don't need a new pot. She's fine over here. You just need to refresh the soil and give her a new chance to continue growing. Because if you leave it here for a long time with no food to eat and no nutrients, she's not gonna grow. She's not gonna die. I never said that, but she's not gonna grow. So, what do you think? We planted in this pot or we planted in this pot? What pot you will plant it? I will never plant this plant because it's gonna sit here and do nothing. Just a struggle forever. This pot is still good for her. As long as the roots don't touch the bottom of the pot, and it's not gonna happen because I'm gonna trim the roots a little bit. We're gonna trim the roots. We're gonna grab it like this, like a ponytail. Like this, and we're not gonna cut him. We're just gonna trim a little tiny bit, this much, okay? You're just gonna clip in there, like this, and she's ready. You see that? What happened by you doing this? You stop the roots from getting out of control, long, and then you have problems finding pots to plant them. Okay? So she's gonna be just fine in this pot. You see? Just fine in this little pot. She's gonna be happy. So what you do, how you planted it when Maria's Garden potting mix? Do you put rain? Maybe not, maybe yes. What do you think? No. For this small little pot over here, we're not gonna put rain. Because if we put drainage over here, this little baby is gonna struggle. Why? Not enough moist for her to live in here. So for plants this size, little seedlings, please don't use any drainage. We use drainage for a pot this size and this size. Use drainage for these pots, okay? Anything big like this, where was I? Had nothing. Anything that is big, yeah, and then use 3/4 drainage, okay? Maria's Garden Maria's Garden potting drainage for potting and plants. This 3/4, and the rest you're gonna put a rich, amazing potting mix for the plant to eat. So forget about this pot; it's too big for this baby. So what we did, we take it out of this, and we planted in here with no drainage. Use just Maria's Garden potting mix. She will not root rot. Why? Because it's very small amount of dirt, and will dry very fast. If you put drainage, it's gonna dry very fast, and you're gonna have very serious problem with her. She's not gonna be happy at all. She told me that. She just told me that. No. Tell them no drainage, she said. Tell everybody no drainage. I don't like drainage, she said. Don't. And this baby is like this, no drainage, okay? So what you do? Yes, plant it like a regular plant with Maria's Garden Desert Rose potting mix, or remember last night I discussed about Lowe's. I know Lowe's, I don't know any other stores, because I always find the seedling soil for seedlings, for seeds, okay? The seedling soil is very good. I don't know who make it, who is the manufacturer that make it, but it doesn't matter. Who cares? The quality is good. Maybe Miracle Grown, I don't know who makes it, but I know it's good. And I highly recommend a little soil. It's a little baggie for $7. It's not that much, but again, it's good. Sometimes good things come in small packages, they say. Maybe that's the reason they give you a little bit, because it's expensive to make, and they make in quality, okay? So the little potting mix, they call seedling soil, available at Lowe's in the orchid department, where they have the orchids. That's where you're gonna find, where they have the orchid supplies in the garden, in a little corner. Has like all kind of little wires, all kind of little boxes, wooden boxes for orchids, moss and stuff like that. The Desert the Lowe's carry and call seedling soil, or seedling dirt soil. So that's where you're gonna find it. And I can say it's close to be a quality maybe. I don't wanna be, my soil is the best. It's not true, my soil is very good. But that soil I tested for years, okay? And it's good for seedlings, for babies like this. Please don't plant your babies in this anything. If you're gonna have plants, I think it's best to have one plant and take care of it very nice. They have 100 plants and nasty soil, they're not gonna be happy. Okay, so remember, any plant under a year old, I consider seedling. Please plant it in good potting mix without drainage. If you have any questions, please ask me. I'm watching my videos and I'm watching the comments and I'm trying to keep up to answer your questions. Please ask, okay? Because when you make a mistake and plant the plant in the wrong soil and you find out 2 months later that was incorrect because I tell you, no, you don't do this, you don't do that, this is the way to do it, you're gonna say, my God. And then you put the plant behind, because every time you plant it, she takes about 6 to 7 weeks for this to grab the soil, okay? 6-7 weeks for her to grab the soil, for you to pick it up and the piles together like this, for you to pick it up like this, and the pot will be attached to the soil. The root system will be attached to the soil, you can move it, okay? Not before that. Every time you take it out, the plant get a little bit dehydrated, okay? So please plant it in the correct soil in a small pots. If the seedlings are being in this pot for a long time and they're not doing anything, they're telling you need to repotting. You don't need to go buy a big pot. You don't need to buy different pots. You don't need to have it. Use the same pot, my friends. Just wash it with soap. Dish soaping water, dish soaping water, dish soaping water. Just get your little dish soap. Your little dish soap. And your little dish soap. And clean, 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 clean. Rinse it up. Rinse it up. You don't have to rinse it out that much. Just rinse it up. Remember, Dawn soap is to wash our dishes when we eat. Think about, if you can wash the dishes with Dawn soap, what harm is going to be to the root system? None. It's gonna clean it actually. Dish soap will clean the root system. Many times I recommend to get a little dish soap and gently, if the root system is like, it's other video, my friends, I'm sorry. It's other video, okay? So thank you for watching my videos, and until next time, from Maria's Garden. Bye-bye. Now I go and doing my own videos. How do you like that? Huh?